in the hospital. Well, one of us is. I'm here, but, you know, of course I'm visiting. So we'll wait for a minute for everybody to get in here. Let me hang on your phone so I can respond to comments. Check the chat.
Trying to get myself out of here. We're waiting patiently. It's hard to live in a hospital.
Hospitals suck.
Once they make you well, you don't want to stay much longer. I mean, once they get you to a certain level, that you're coherent.
Hey Julie, welcome to the live stream. So glad you tuned in. Thank you for all the prayers. You know, we literally have the best Raptor adventurers because you guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for your love and your prayers. Like, we really truly feel the love. And got to get this one out of here. She has been so sick, guys. Hey Heather, thank you so much for everything.
Wait till we tell a story in a few minutes. What Jen figured out. She saved me.
I might have
did.
saved the day.
Google doctor is better than a real doctor, I think.
I watch a lot of medical dramas, so, you know.
It's all those medical TV.
I got the info, I got the 411, and I can bring the drama. Y'all know I can. So,
wait till you hear this.
thank you guys for liking the live stream too. Appreciate it. But
Coming up.
yeah, it just give them a couple minutes to get in here.
Hey Heather.
We got
Heather.
six
Julie.
people in the house.
Julie, Heather, hey.
Just give it a minute for everybody to hop in here. We're only going to be live for maybe like 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes, because our good friend Robbie from Get Swamped is going to be live tonight after us at 8 o'clock. So if you guys are looking for something to do on this Friday night, you're just chilling at home, you want to do something, and you love yourself some alligators, he's the one to check out.
And gemstones now.
And gemstones.
Yeah, gemstones.
Those guys are awesome. We absolutely love them. They are good people, and we told him, we're like, we can't wait to get back down there and hang out with you guys and, you know, play with some gators and
I'd rather be
lemurs.
playing with gators than sitting in this room, I'll put it that way.
Look, I told Lisa the other day, I think it was one of our videos, I said, this is not taking you out. I said, an alligator or a shark, maybe? Hey, what's up, Norma? And I was telling Robbie that, and he said, definitely, he said, or maybe a hippo, because you guys love hippos. And I'm like, could be a hippo.
Hippo will take you down.
Maybe they'll just spin that tail around and hit you with some of that
Right.
good. Splatter zone. Highway to the splatter zone.
Back it up.
So anyway, we're going to talk to you guys about what happened with Lisa the other day. If you just got here, please smash that like button because that helps us with our engagement, helps YouTube spread the word about our videos. We haven't done a live stream for a long time. That's right, Heather. A lot of adventures to come. Y'all know we're ready. Like, this one right here is raring to go on an adventure. And we keep talking about cruises because I wrote the book on it.
Jen is a certifiable author. Oh, I sat actually.
Check it out.
I sat and read this book today in the hospital because I was
That's
like,
it.
I wish I could go room to room and sell them for you.
Oh, hey Sharon, thank you so much for your well wishes. And you know, God is good. I do think it's true. Like, God only gives you what you can handle, and for whatever reason, we're going through this right now. Lisa's going through it, you know, but
Sometimes you
I'm
feel
here
like,
with her because, you know, she's my ride or die. So, you know, we're gonna get through this together. And I don't know. I'm like, for some reason, you have to go through this. Maybe it's because we have a platform, and maybe you can help somebody else one day that is going through this exact same thing. I feel like whenever you have to go through something, it's so that maybe you could help somebody else in the future. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that, but I feel like that's true. So yeah, anyway, guys, trying to sell our books because, like, here's the thing.
Hold it up there. Hold it up
I'll
now.
let you hold it. Lisa's so proud of this book.
I sat and read this today.
Well, here's the thing.
Cover to cover.
I told her, I said, you know, we're going to go, our next realm of adventuring is going to be cruises. So, you know, we've been on several cruises ourselves. We've never really vlogged them though. And I said, I think it's time for, you know, when she gets better, of course. This is maybe in the summertime. Hopefully she'll be through this by summer, God willing. And if you guys keep on praying, it's going to happen. So we appreciate all the love and prayers. I think I got some soy sauce.
You smell like soy.
On myself. I had some sushi from the
Oh, I
cafe.
do smell it.
Yeah.
It's soy perfume.
Sorry, my ADHD was just like,
Tell them where
what do I smell?
Tell them where
Okay,
they
sorry.
can get a copy, Jen.
So guys, if you are interested if you're interested at all in this book, Cruising for Cheapskates, which let me just clarify, it's not really for cheapskates. It's for people who like to save money, but you have to use a little bit of that language that gets people's attention.
Especially if you have a budget.
Yeah, it's cruising on a budget, but definitely cruising on a budget doesn't sound as exciting as, cruising for cheapskates, because it sounds more exciting.
Then, you can ask her anything and she will give you the answer. Like she's the Wikipedia of cruise ships.
Okay, that's partially true. I know a lot about cruising, but if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you. So if you guys are ever interested in taking a cruise, I'm also a travel agent. I don't know how many of you guys know that. I haven't really advertised it yet. We're just so busy with everything else, but tell them what's going on with our personal life and.
Well, where can they get that?
Okay, so, well, the reason why I was saying that was because they need to
You
understand.
guys are going to want this.
Okay.
You better help them.
So you can actually get this. I did just add the link in our YouTube, the bio. Also, it's on our TikTok bio and on our Instagram bio.
And it links to Amazon.
To Amazon, but it'll go directly to this book.
I don't know what would you write on Amazon? Just cruising for cheapskates?
Yeah, you can just type in cruising for cheapskates.
Yeah, you could just type in on Amazon cruising for cheapskates.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you have to go to books or you can just type in the name. I have to check that out.
Yeah, you can go to cruising. You can just type in cruising for cheapskates. It should bring it up.
So anyway,
it's the paperback.
I'm so proud of her. I thought I'd be the first author, but
Yeah, I did too.
She freaking wrote this thing in no time because her brain is like cruise brain. Right?
I do love to travel. Also, if you guys aren't planning to go on a cruise but you love Disney World, also have a book about Disney World for cheapskates. So I'm doing a whole series. I want to do, everything from theme parks to different cities.
I'm already hooked. Where's your next one?
I got one coming out about Universal.
What's the next one?
I got one coming about Universal very soon. So I'm working on the illustration right now for the cover.
I'm already hooked.
Yeah, it's already written. It's just about ready to drop. So, and also, if you don't want to order it off Amazon, you want me to, actually we'll both do it. We'll both sign the copy for y'all.
Yeah,
hey, Yolanda.
We have some
great to see you.
In-hand copies.
Yeah, I have some actual physical copies like that one there. And I'd be glad to sign it for y'all. Hey, Kayla, great to see you.
Hey, Kayla.
We miss you guys so much, and it is so great to be live. It has been a long time, and I'm sorry for all the, mystery or whatever surrounding us. We kind of just dropped off for a little while, and it wasn't that we just dropped off. We're kind of feeling super overwhelmed, and honestly, I was ignoring phone calls. I was ignoring texts. It was a lot, getting this news. I don't know if you guys saw the video about Lisa. Go ahead and tell them what your diagnosis is.
I just intercepted here. Did you say hi to Yolanda?
I did say hi to Yolanda and Kayla.
Hi, Yolanda. Yeah, so, boring medical story, but anyway, I ended up having, this kind of started, I really think, after I had COVID. Well, we both had COVID.
I think so.
It was pretty bad. So,
honestly, I think it's been kind of mounting for a while, but it kind of came to a head.
So my blood has very, very, very low neutrophils, which are a white blood cell. So they keep testing me, but it wasn't going up, because that's what fights infection. So if I'm around any kind of germs, it's very easy for me to pick it up, and not only pick it up, but then I don't get over it. Like a normal I got a runny nose for a couple days.
Right.
For me, I end up in the hospital with a fever and IV. So
IV fluids, antibiotics. You've been on, when she first got here, she was on 3 IV antibiotics. That is crazy.
Crazy. So I have a specialist that I saw, and they deal with just blood things like hematology. They also do with cancer, but it's kind of intermixed, which is scary.
So it's actually called blood cancer? Blood leukemia, they call it?
Yeah,
it's not cancer. It's a blood leukemia, which means just the cells are not right.
So one cell called the T cell attacks the other cell called the neutrophil cell. I think they call it. It's not a white blood. So my body's fighting itself.
Yeah.
So the problem is that the blood cells are so low that if a germ comes, there's nothing to fight that. So they want to put me on a drug called methotrexate, which is actually used for rheumatoid arthritis, it's used for cancer, different things, but it basically knocks out the T cells, so they've stopped killing the other good cells. So,
All right.
but the problem is I still have like no immune system on that, so I have to be on a couple antibiotics or a very strong antibiotic at home, and I have to be very careful not to be around a lot of people. Or good luck with that. Like put me in a
And
bubble.
like you guys know how much we love to go out to eat and go out and do
Events.
adventures.
Adventures.
But we haven't been doing it, and that's why. So they're coming. I promise you, they're coming soon. As soon as
she only gave me 12 pills, and then how often did it say to take the pill?
the dosage is usually 2 to 4 times a week. It is curable, Yolanda.
It was once a week. I have to check.
It is. It is supposed to be curable with this chemo, and it's very. I mean, it should be only a couple months, and she should be over this. So
But
yeah,
she only gave me 12 pills.
right. Because you're supposed to take it either 2 to 4 times per week, depending on what she said.
So that's not months, though. We'll say. Anyway.
Yeah, because if you only take it twice a week, that's 8 pills per month. So that'll be like a month and a half.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
We do counting pills.
yeah. So here's the thing. You guys know we have been talking for a while about closing up shop up here, selling the house.
We need to get to a warm climate. I cannot do another
We
winter.
can't
I
do
cannot
another winter up here. So,
It's just too much.
this is probably the push that we need.
Probably.
And
God's like, you just have to, like the nurse said, give it to the big man, let him handle it, because some things you just can't figure out.
on that note, please watch and share the videos, because we're hoping that we can make our living with YouTube content creation. Hopefully we can get some sponsorships, but in order for the sponsorships to really start coming in, we have to have a certain amount of subscribers, and it's annoying, but that's just how it goes. But we appreciate y'all, being subscribed, and please share our videos, like our videos, comment. All that engagement really helps take us up to the next level. So, and I'm gonna try to start uploading more frequently again. I don't know what you guys thought of the AI videos. I really, like, me personally, I like doing our own personal stuff, but more than that, that's kind of just what I was doing, because that was all I really, I mean, that was all we could do. We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't go anywhere, so that was where that came from. And you guys are probably like, what is going on with this channel? So that's what's going on with the channel.
Tell them about the other 911 that the Dr. Jen figured out that we were talking about.
Go ahead.
So, this was their...
Well, we were saying about how you were on 3 antibiotics.
3 antibiotics, okay.
And then they cut it down to 2.
Then they cut it down to 2. And then I was fine. I was like cold a lot, like just like 10 blankets cold, okay? But they said I didn't have a fever or infection, and then all of a sudden my temperature went up, my face was, we have a picture somewhere, but was blood red, and Jen took a picture of it. And I was just like feeling so sick, like just done, like give up.
Well, it was weird because she called me and she's like, oh, they just gave me it was called Flagyl. They just gave me my Flagyl, which is
It's one of these
hardcore
bags,
antibiotic.
Used.
It's a very broad spectrum, and it was supposed to be helping her with the diverticulitis. We got to tell them about that too, about what they were talking about.
Right.
Anyway, so she called me and said that she was on that, and then she calls me an hour later, and she's like, and I was getting ready to come over, and she's like, I have a fever again. I was like, oh no.
Right.
So I was worried because, with her diverticulitis and it has like an abscess, they were talking about maybe having to do like a bowel resection, which is terrifying. And we're like, please no.
Flipping out.
So she was like flipping out because we were thinking maybe that had burst or something like that. Turns out that's okay. But I was like, let me look up Flagyl a little bit and just see what it says about, allergies.
So I'm allergic to a lot.
She's super sensitive to like foods and, all kinds of antibiotics, medication, whatever, like lots of different stuff. And also that does have to do with her immune system. That can make it's almost like a hypersensitivity to everything. So I looked up the Flagyl, and it did say that you could get fever, chills, and, like a red rash on your face. And I'm just like, okay, well, I don't think you should take it anymore.
She took a picture of my face, which was...
So tell her what happened with the doctor.
So
tell them what happened.
Fortunately, because of that, of course, I said, I'm not taking that anymore. I mean, they gave me some Advil, basically, and that took the fever back down. So that resolved, and I started feeling better. That was, last night? And then Jen was so great. She just stayed with me till things settled.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she's great.
Stop.
No, I'm not. Anyway, the doctor came in today. Of course, they make their rounds, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9.
I wasn't here. I was still sleeping.
And
Linda, good day.
He's like, I need to talk to you about this antibiotic. And he's like, oh.
And Linda, good day.
People don't, good day. People don't
We got
have
Linda from
allergies.
Australia and Linda from the U.S.
Nice. Well, anyway, he argued
Sorry.
that there's no allergy to that, blah, blah, blah. And then I pull out the phone, show him the picture Jen took of my face, and shut him down real quick. He's like, oh.
Show them real quick. You can probably show them.
Yeah, I can. I don't know if they can see it or not.
I'm sure they will.
But anyway, that convinced him. Thank goodness Jen took a picture. I guess because I'm down here.
It's okay.
Let's
Here,
see.
hold it. Let me hold it
How do
close.
you do that?
Let me show you guys. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It might be pixelated a little. But
You
look
do-
how red her face is.
You guys
Oh,
see
yeah, you
that?
can see it real well. Look at that.
Not at all.
That is an allergy.
And my feet were swollen. And what else? Let's see. I had like heart palpitation. I mean, and then I just felt generally just.
You had heart palpitations yesterday?
Well, maybe just like a tight, not really bad, just enough that made.
Why am I
can't get
just
you
now
there.
hearing about this?
Can't get this better.
Why am I just now hearing about this? Listen, you guys have to be your own best advocate or have somebody with you in the hospital at all
I mean, I
times.
would be extreme. And then what they did, they thought I had an infection, so they run more blood tests, urine tests, and they don't even think about an allergy. So, and all those came back. I think everything came back negative.
Well, we do think about allergies because you have so many of them.
Right.
If somebody doesn't have like extreme allergies like you do, they're probably not going to think about that.
Yeah, they're like, no, and then thank goodness, like I said, she had that picture, because then the doctor was like, oh, never mind, you're right, maybe.
Oh, Heather, thank you. Heather just put in our email address. If any of you guys are interested in a signed copy of the books, hold up the book for me one more time.
Oh, sure.
My lovely assistant Vanna here is going to hold up the book. I'm just so happy to see her out of bed, guys. She was just in really
I know,
bad
I
shape.
sat up all day. Back is good too.
Oh my gosh.
So it's called Cruising for Cheapskates, Jen Poist,
Baby.
Amazon.
Oh, Yolanda's allergic to Flagyl too.
Oh, really? See?
What happens to you,
There is an
Yolanda, when
allergy.
you take it? I'm curious what
So-
happens to her too.
I can't see that.
Oh, sorry, here. I had to wear these are my reading glasses. Like, it's crazy because my contacts, my eyes got worse this year. And the eye doctor said, because it's so weird. Like, when you have to improve your nearsightedness, which means you can't see far away, then if you improve it too much, then you need glasses to see up close, which is crazy. So it kind of defeats the purpose of having contacts, if you ask me.
Right.
Linda says, wow, congratulations on your book. Thank you. Oh, wow, she gets hives in her throat closures.
See?
That's terrifying. Did you get the red face at all?
I probably was headed for hives and throat closure.
Yeah.
'Cause it did it. It makes your throat just kind of like
Feel tight.
tight. Yeah. Like you don't want to, like swallowing is
It's
like
so scary.
noticeable. It is.
Her face did get red like that. Wow. So I'm so glad she discontinued that. And they were trying to give it to her again, what, today?
This morning, yeah. He wanted, well, yeah, the nurse, and I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. I need to talk to the doctor.
You need to just say you're allergic.
Uh-huh.
They need to make a note of it in the chart.
I told her. She's like, well, you'll have to clarify that with the doctor.
Her entire body was red. Wow. Did you have redness anywhere else? Did you notice?
Yeah, I didn't notice.
I didn't either because she was so covered up with her electric blanket. She was freezing.
Did you get cold too, Yolanda? Like freezing cold?
Yeah, she was freezing. I was like,
mean,
that sounds like an
could
allergy.
not get warm.
Look, I have my
Jen brought
visitor
my electric blanket.
and my visitor badge here.
You're legit.
Mhm.
Oh, she said her entire body.
Oh.
Yeah. Excuse me a second. Those keeps her on.
I'll take over for you. I got you. Look.
I mean, you have to be your
Ow.
own, like Jen said, your own advocate.
Oh,
Heather
gosh.
said LOL.
I'm being silly.
Linda said LOL.
I'm being silly. They should know me up in here by name.
Yeah, she had like chills from. What does it say?
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, that's what I had.
See, and she just kept saying I don't feel good. You have to understand this about Lisa. She's not a good communicator about what her symptoms are. So I keep having to be like, okay, what doesn't feel good? Like, it's so funny. Doctors are the worst patients, I have to say. But she's very
I don't know
compliant.
how you describe that. That was like the worst. And I think it's when you get a fever. you feel like
Yeah, you just feel like blah.
your whole body just shuts down.
Feel
like,
terrible.
You don't want to keep breathing.
That's awful.
See, that's Yolanda said they should have marked it right away, like the chill. And I kept telling them I was freezing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said Raptor's the best medicine. That's so true.
Also, tell them what happened with your blood sugar the other night. That was awful.
Oh my god, that was another one. I'm serious.
She's just like, no.
This is
She
why
just wants to
people
get out of
don't
here.
come back out. So, I'm diabetic, of course, but I mean, it's manageable, blah, blah, I don't complain about it. But what happened, they had me on a liquid diet, which is basically beef broth and jello. So, you don't get a lot of calories to keep your blood sugar up, okay? So, what happens when you take insulin, it makes your blood sugar go down, right?
Right.
But if you're eating and normal, you know, you keep an eye on. So they come in here and gave me a very high dose, like I'm on a sliding scale with my regular.
Well, here's the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the hospital doesn't carry her specific insulin. So she takes Novolin, and they have Novolog here, which she's allergic to.
I'm allergic to.
So that's
was a whole
that's
nother
part of the
story.
big problem.
Mhm.
But yeah, the one that she actually can take, we have to bring our own, and then the
They
pharmacy
load-
has to draw it
They
up.
load
It's a
it
whole
down at
thing.
the pharmacy. So, you know, she gives me, so the increments are like, say, like 5, 10, 50. So probably that day, maybe, I'm serious because I was eating hardly any. Either I didn't eat any or maybe like 5. They
Mhm.
gave me 20. So what happened, all of a sudden, your blood sugar, I have a meter on my arm, one of those that you can read on your phone. So I was watching it. Thank God, because they weren't even checking it. I wouldn't even know if I didn't. Jen had brought my meter that day, right?
Mhm.
Installed it.
Yeah.
So it drops way down. I'm like, oh my God. Plus, now what am I going to eat? Because dinner's over. So you have to call the nursing station. Well, they got like Jello
Right.
and some juice. So I was like, I must have ate 10 Jellos all night.
I'm gonna say this: if you are a diabetic, or anybody in your family is a diabetic, and you have to go to the hospital, make sure that you wear your sensor.
Yes. And have an extra. Mine gave out is what happened.
But it fell off.
Or fell off. Fell off.
So I'm telling you, like I said, you got to be your own advocate, because they're not checking her blood sugar often enough in here, guys. Either that or they're driving her crazy every hour or something.
Yeah,
but
they come in when I'm eating dinner and they, just prick my finger. But then, like,
Those
that's
pricks.
Oh, God. So anyway, that was I was so stressful I had to take a Xanax that night. I was like, so,
finally she
that was after the allergy.
zonked out.
That was the same day.
It was.
Oh my God. So enough's enough, guys. I just want to get better and get out of here before.
Like, her blood sugar was so low. What did it go? Like, for her, you have to understand, she feels comfortable, like her body feels okay, like around 200, and that's high. But you know, everybody's different. It's just
Definitely
like blood
no
pressure. Some
lower-
people run higher and
I mean,
lower.
150, that's okay.
She doesn't really like to go lower than 150, because with her it drops really fast.
Right, it can drop, and I don't eat that much either. Or if you're not around food, and the problem with insulin is you don't know when it's going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it could be in a half an hour, it could be in an hour, bam. So you gotta
Here's the other problem with being a diabetic in the hospital. So if you're diabetic, or you know somebody that's diabetic, or you just know about diabetes, which I'm still learning about it, but here's the thing with it. So when you come into the hospital, and if you have diabetes written on your chart, then they want to give you sugar-free everything. Well, number one, she has too many allergies to sugar-free everything,
I don't
so
eat sugar-free.
she doesn't eat sugar-free stuff. But you know, she can get unsweetened iced tea, whatever. As long as it doesn't have artificial sweeteners in it, she's fine. However, when you have your blood sugar crashing like that, you have to have actual sugar. Like real sugar. So I'm like, you always need to have some Jello next to the bed. You always need to have some fruit juice just in case.
Mhm.
You know, and of course, lots of water, stay hydrated, but that's not going to help with the diabetes. So I'm like, you've got to have, sugar. So I made sure she had plenty of stuff before I left the other night, and it got your blood sugar back up. I mean,
Yeah.
I made sure it was back up
Yeah.
like over 200 before I left. I'm like, I'm not leaving you until that blood sugar
So I
stabilized.
just stayed in this exact chair like
Yeah, I sat there.
for hours.
This chair looks comfortable, but let me tell you what, after like 6 hours,
It
it
reclines,
really gets your
but
tailbone.
That don't matter.
Like, I don't know, my tailbone is
Yeah,
still
it's like-
bruised from
it
when I was
does.
in the hospital.
I feel it too.
It's your tailbone,
I
right?
could put a pillow under it.
I did have a pillow under
Should've
it.
put a pillow.
No, we're still here at the hospital, but doesn't she look better? Yeah, Linda says you look so much better.
Thank you, Linda.
And
yeah.
both Lindas said you look better. So yeah, she's doing great, guys.
Well, I probably would if I hadn't had that allergy, if I wasn't allergic to the medicine they were giving me.
Oh,
Right?
Heather said my mom always carried mints in her purse or a fun-sized candy bar. That is so smart.
Yeah, I try to always have a snack.
She's not supposed to have like outside food and stuff too. Tell them what happened with dinner. Like, I'm so pissed with dietary right now. If anybody from Carroll County Hospital is watching this right now, or you watch this later on the review, look, y'all's dietary department is lacking. Suck button. Okay?
Yeah, they don't care.
Tell them what happened.
Well, so finally I got him to come up and take my order because that's.
And keep in mind, she's been on like this liquid diet.
Right.
For 2 days, she was on like nothing at all. She could not eat at all.
The doctor actually has to upgrade you. Dietary will not upgrade you.
Let me tell you something, okay? Regardless of what your diet is, whether you're able to eat anything or not, you're paying for it. Hey, what's up, William? Thank you so much.
A cup of hot water.
Oh, he's making chicken farm sandwiches. That sounds good. Can we come over? So tell them what happened with your order tonight.
So I ordered legit. The girl comes in with a iPad, and they check off, and they have what you can. When you're diabetic, you can have this, you can't have that. So first of all, they ordered dinner, and I'm like, well, I need protein. Well, they had grilled cheese, which I usually.
She loves grilled cheese.
But
Comfort food.
I've never had theirs. So
It's a comfort food, so of course you're gonna want that.
Right, but it's not as protein as meat. So I was like,
No.
can I order also meat? Which I ordered chicken. It's like grilled chicken. She's like, okay, but I'm serious, legit. If you can't have it, it comes up on her screen. Too bad you can't have that.
It's ridiculous.
It's something you can't have. I'm like, fine. So they come up. Well, I only had the grilled cheese sandwich on my plate, and I'm like, where's the chicken? So the nurse checks. She's like, okay, they're taking care of it. They're going to get you the chicken. And the next thing, she comes back. Never mind. They threw a fit and said you can't have two things. I was like, well, why did she check it on the screen that I could have it? Because anything that I can't have, usually she's like, no, you can't have it. She knows right then and there. So that was fun. So I ended up with just the grilled cheese.
All right, listen. I'm just gonna do something real quick, because Linda said they starve you in the hospital. Stand up for me real quick. Let me show everybody.
No,
Stand up. Look how skinny this woman has gotten, guys. She legit.
Oh, I can't
Pull your
see.
pants up a little bit.
My pants.
Look at these skinny legs.
Oh, you can't see my
Look at
legs.
these. Here, let's move this back a little bit. Step back a little bit. Here, walk backwards.
There.
I got you. I got you.
I'm a little ditzy for
Look at
this.
these skinny legs. Look at these little bird legs. This girl needs to eat. So
I've
let me
lost
pull
a
this
lot
back
of
up a little
weight.
bit.
Yeah, and they think they'd feed me.
Right. Like, I would be concerned about putting weight back on her. Look at these legs. Like, she is so thin.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So,
I don't
like,
like it.
that's going to be our next thing. Like, how are we going to get this weight back on her? I mean, we don't, clearly we don't want her to be overweight, but I'd rather her be a little overweight instead of being so underweight.
Yeah.
Because when you get sick, you
Well,
lose
it's the
weight.
muscle, and the
Right.
muscle.
The muscle is like wasting. She's lost so much weight. And we're hoping, though, once she gets her medicine, the methotrexate and everything, we're hoping that everything else will kind of fall back where it's supposed to be, bounce back.
The body can heal things and all this.
But clearly an extra piece of chicken would not have hurt her tonight.
Well, and then here's another thing. So then you also order breakfast. So I'm ordering that. I'm like, well, what do you have for protein? Like, because I knew before I had it, they had like bacon or sausage, breakfast meat.
Right.
Oh, you can't have that, she says. I was like, what are you talking about? Well, you can't have that. I'm like, why? That has nothing to do with diabetes, which is usually the no items.
I'm sorry, Linda. She said she's going through some of the same problems.
Oh. So anyway,
We'll keep you in our prayers.
find out they put diabetes and heart in one category and it has to do with sodium. I'm like, well, I'm not under the heart, I'm under the diabetes. And they're like, oh, we don't know. So they just got nasty about that.
Kayla says, could it be possible to sneak her some food in? I'm going to try. Julie says, yes, Lisa has gotten so thin. Listen, I have offered on several occasions to give her a fat transplant. I'm going to be happy to oblige. We'll just get those little legs all fattened up for you, okay? Just hook a hose right here to this. To this.
And my grandma, it's funny because when I was a kid, even my grandma would be like, you got chubby little legs.
Right?
I got chicken and bird legs.
Yes, everybody, please keep Linda in your prayers as well.
Linda, yes, we'll pray for you.
Oh my gosh, guys. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I was just beside myself when we first found out this diagnosis. Heather said, me too.
Well, I'm blaming
She'll happily donate.
I read a story, a kid got COVID, and after that he has to get platelet transplant, the blood platelets transplanted. They're it's messing people up. But nobody admits that, I'll put it that way, from the medical world. Don't even say the C world.
Well, we're going to try and make a plan, for some upcoming trips, maybe in the summer. So let me know if you guys would be interested. Julie said I'm funny. Thanks, Julie, I tried.
Show me your new hat.
Oh yeah.
Show me what you got. Show me what you got. This is
All right,
so
look
pretty.
at this, guys. So, Heather, what team is this?
That's for the Heather.
Toronto.
Don't be mad at us, Heather.
Why
Because-
Heather likes Raptors?
No, because of the Canada thing.
Oh, yeah, Heather, don't be angry with
It
us.
wasn't my idea.
We didn't do anything to. We have nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
Oh shit.
Isn't that cool, guys?
Yeah, like, and I don't know if you can see, but it has like little
I want to say cool.
Raptors like in the logo. See that? Look how cool that is, like in the camo.
Yeah, they're like hidden in
See the TR and the little dino.
It's the hidden Raptors.
Super cool.
I don't know if you guys noticed too, just a little FYI tidbit. But they had, what was that Elon on TikTok?
Yeah,
Elon Musk, did you guys see what was on his shirt? Because I think he watches our channel.
yeah, I think.
It said Raptor.
I don't listen. I'm not responsible for anything that idiot does.
No.
I'm just saying. Please don't
But it said
associate us.
Raptor Tech. I'm like, what is Raptor Tech?
That
Maybe
guy,
we should call ourselves Raptor Tech.
that guy is a nut bucket.
Oh, no.
Seriously.
Everybody got crazy ideas in this world. I
Oh
mean,
my
he
goodness.
blew up his rocket blew up today. I feel sorry for him. That was
Rocket
That was a
Man.
lot of money. How much bazillion?
I don't feel sorry for him
I
at
feel
all.
sorry that I don't know about the whole going to Mars thing, because last I heard, it's too far to even go there, and then second of all, if you got there, how are you going to even breathe?
Right.
Like, I just don't get that. I
Right.
just don't get the whole Mars thing. The moon is interesting.
I don't know.
I just
I don't. We don't really get into
I don't
politics,
get into
but
the- it's
here's
like-
one thing that I will say that I
But
think
it's
is
science.
that I think is just preposterous, which I don't think I've ever used that word before in my life, but this is a good time to use it. So you guys know how, and I'm not gonna say, well, I will say I didn't vote for Trump, but I will say this though, I didn't vote for anybody though. I don't know, because we're actually Florida residents, so we weren't able to vote up here. You can get an absentee ballot, but it's a whole thing. Anyway, so the craziness is he's just signing bills left and right, as you guys know. But it's so funny to me that they actually brought up daylight savings, which would have been so fantastic if he would have
my God.
if he would have just like
I
put
got
that bill
water,
in place.
excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just, my mouth's dry.
Okay.
I have to hydrate.
Yeah, keep hydrated for sure.
You just told him.
So I think it's hilarious that he won't do a bill because of he's like, oh, well, I don't know. It's like a 50-50. Some people want it to be light in the morning when they take their kids to school. And some people want it to be light longer.
I don't know what that has
And
to
I'm
do
like,
with anything.
no, most people prefer, to have a longer day, like later in the evening, like I do. Let me know what you guys think. One, if you want it to stay light longer in the chat. And two, if you'd rather it be bright in the morning when you wake up. Like me, I'd rather have a longer day, like, because I'm a night owl anyway. So I like to I usually get up a little later and I stay up pretty late. Okay.
It's depressing
Heather
when you're
says
leaving work and it's dark at 4 o'clock.
I hate that. It's like your day's gone.
You miss the whole day.
And initially, from what I understand, they instilled the whole daylight savings thing because of farmers. And I said, well, farmers have lights on their equipment now, and they work before the sun comes up and after the sun goes down. So what's the difference? See, Julie said longer in the evening. I agree. I don't know. I'm hoping that this is something that gets changed. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I legit suffer from seasonal depression.
I do too. I can't snap out of it till spring. It's horrible.
This year has been especially hard.
It's really hard.
Because of all this illness that we've been dealing with, and I'm still working on my heart failure. Look at this, guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna show you I've just been showing you all my parts today. But look, this is my. See this thing?
Oh, it's coming up.
So this is my heart monitor. How cool is this? That is actually a sensor, and we actually started making a video about it the other night. I might do a little bit more in depth about it because it's a really cool technology. So basically, this stays on me for 7 days, and then I have it looks like a phone. It's like this big, and it's connected to it. And if I have any issues while I'm wearing it, there's a button that I can push and I can tell like what I'm having, if it's like heart flutters or I feel like it's skipping a beat or tachycardia, whatever it may be. And then the doctor can go back and review at that time and see exactly what my heart was doing. So far, knock on wood, I have not had any issues yet. Oh no, Linda says she has winter downers. Yeah,
it's rough.
I don't like, I really don't. And it's finally getting warm here. It was 50 degrees today and the sun was shining. It was beautiful. So, definitely that helps a lot.
Mm-hmm. You can feel it.
Yeah, I know. This is so much smaller Then the Holter monitors, those were horrible. Like it was a whole EKG on you, and then you had like this box that looks like a Walkman. Y'all remember those things? They sucked. But this thing is great. I'm worried it's gonna come off though, but it kind of has like a funny bend in the middle of it, like from because I sleep on my side.
I think
So
they would have made it more like a circle or something. This one.
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure why they did that. But there's like a sticker that I can put on it too, but I'd rather not because it's gonna be fun to take that thing off. That's gonna hurt. It's in a sensitive area.
So.
Oh, so I started talking about this in the other video we recorded. I have not put it out yet. I don't know if I will. We'll see, because this kind of makes up for that. But I was saying that I actually had gone to the doctor because I think I told you guys in a previous video, back to the cardiologist, it was like, mostly when I would lay down to go to sleep at night, like I would lay down, and I'm super aware of my heart, probably because I have the heart failure, which it hasn't resolved 100% yet. I hope it does, because I'll find out, the end of the month, because I'm getting another echo. But I was getting this weird thing, like I would lay down and I would feel my heart beating, and then all of a sudden it felt like it stopped for a few seconds.
Scary.
And then it would start again. So I don't know, it was really scary, like it was skipping a beat or something. So I need to find out why it's doing that, and that was why they put on the monitor. And then I did ask her, I was like, are you able to do another echo? And she's like, yeah. She's like, if you feel like you need it, we can do that. And I was like,
nice.
I appreciate it. Yeah, she's a great cardiologist, so she listens to what I say. She actually, my blood pressure has been kind of out of control, but I think that's because of all that we're dealing with right now. Until I get this one better, a little bit better. But anyway, so she did give me some blood pressure medication. She's like, you can take this as needed, while you're getting through all this stress. And she's like, that should help keep your blood pressure, regulated. So hopefully it doesn't make me dizzy, because sometimes if I take too much, it can make me dizzy.
Medicines are scary.
I hate taking medicine at all. I really do.
You just wish your body could do whatever it had to do.
I just want to get back to Florida so that we can go swimming in our pool, and we can go on nature walks, at our places.
I want to that's what they say too, is like the best medicine. They call it grounding, which really you should actually go to a barefoot level in the grass and the sand and whatever.
I think that's why they made those minimalistic shoes.
Yeah, but they call it grounding.
Yeah.
In nature.
Right.
And it's actually like a spiritual thing. I was listening to this lady, and I was like, yeah, it's true. I feel better.
Like one with nature.
I can get outside and whatever, animals and grass and trees and flower, all of it,
Yeah, Yolanda, we're hoping to be in Florida all year long. We're talking about selling the house up here, and Lisa's we're at a crossroads. This is kind of a fork in the road for us, but the thing is, we're exposed to kids all the time, and kids are always getting sick because they're in classrooms with other kids that are sick. So with us just pretty much working on, like 95% of the patients that we see in the office are kids.
Now guess what's scary?
The flu.
After the flu.
Measles.
I'm like, seriously? I was vaccinated as a child. Now the adults are like, is that going to hold up?
Right, MMR vaccines, if you guys remember those.
And the immune system.
Us too, Linda. Like, summer is my happy time. It gets really hot in Florida, but like, I love it.
I'm not scared of the heat.
Because there's always somewhere you can cool off.
Yeah.
And that's why I like having a pool. We have a lot of work to do on that house down there, but I am ready. But first we got to get our house, fixed up here a little bit, cleaned up, ready to go. So that's going to require some work, and I still got my arm healing here, but.
Well, I found out you can call, it's like a veterans, it's called Purple Heart, and they will literally come, except for really big items, appliances, things like that, they'll come pick up your things for no charge, and I guess they donate it to different, vets or whatever. But I'm working on things like that, because we're going to have to give up some things.
Would you guys be interested? I'm just curious because, like I said, it's hard for us right now to go out on adventures, to be around a lot of people. Would you guys be interested in us filming some of our, things that we're doing around the house to get it ready for sale? And I got some little projects that I'm going to be doing. Like I'm going to be fixing some concrete. We have some stone on the front of our house that fell off, and apparently it's a problem in our neighborhood because it's happened to some of our neighbors too. But I'm gonna, the contractors are BS. But I'm going to be doing some work around the house, stuff like that. So maybe I'll make a vlog,
that'll be good.
you know, just showing us getting the house right. It would, honestly, this is such a hard decision for us. If we have you guys there, you got our backs, and you're just like cheering us on, that would really help the whole thing.
We love our spot, our house, our yard. We have deer in our backyard.
I
Like,
know, we
who has
love this house.
Like,
It's going to be really hard to give it
herd
up,
of
but
deer every other day.
the reality of it is, when we bought this house, it was an investment. This
And the
was
winter.
this is
I
pretty
mean,
much our,
If I was a bazillionaire,
future.
I would keep it.
exactly, I would
That's how
too.
much we like it.
I mean, shit, maybe we should play the lottery.
Well, I'm waiting for that to come through.
Maybe we should play the lottery, you know?
What do you
Maybe our
guys
luck
think?
is changing.
Let us know what you think.
I think our luck might be changing.
How should we finance her?
Yeah, definitely, Linda. I agree with that. She said healthcare comes first. I agree. But, you know, we can just do like the home vlogs. Like I'll do some cooking and stuff like that. I know you guys were enjoying some of the cooking videos that I had done in the past. So I think maybe we'll do that. And just like stuff that we're doing at the house with our pets and stuff like this. And if we do go anywhere, you know we're going to bust out the camera. But,
That's a good idea.
yeah, I think so too. Because, you know, I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're good at it.
And, I don't know.
Well, you go to Google and figure it out, right? Oh, let me check how to do that. How to.
So get this, of course, right now when, you know, we're having all these medical issues, we get invited from YouTube. We get it, was it yesterday? Oh,
What's this?
Yolanda says rent the house out, you'll make more in the long run. What's this?
Mhm.
What's this? We hadn't really thought about that.
No,
Why haven't we thought about that?
Well, we have one bad rental experience back in
That's
when
true.
this house, it was stacked.
That is true.
And sometimes, unless you got a lot of, I would have to use a service. Like
Yeah.
it vets the renter and deals with any legal shit. Like if they have renters that,
Right.
problems.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
You'd have to have like a third party. I'll put it that way.
Right.
I would not do that. I would not handle that by myself.
Yeah. Right, right. I don't know. I mean, it's something we haven't considered. So thank you for the,
No, thank you.
you know,
It's good
giving
idea.
us the idea, because
Yeah.
now we'll have something else to talk about.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
it's just, we're feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. It's like a lot.
And I, like Jen said before, she's like, you know, we shouldn't have to make decisions under stress, because then, I don't know, your head's just not clear all the time.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's never a good time to make,
but that's
A
when
big
people
life
have to
decision.
move sometimes. That's when you gotta
it's
go.
true.
I was watching a lady speak, and she's like, back in the day,
Oh, Linda said, don't rent. I made the mistake and they wrecked my house.
say that's the problem.
That's scary.
Renters can be like that.
Right.
But people have done it. They've had to pick up and move, and they've survived. But
hmm
now they.
I mean, truthfully, when we bought this house, it was a decision. Like, you know, some people have savings accounts, some people have retirement accounts. This is our retirement account. This
Yeah,
house.
pretty much.
you know, it's-
And the values have increased in our area a good bit. I mean, shoot, the neighbor across the street sold, and they did really well. So I'm like, there you go.
True. Julie said, if you rent, you're responsible for any repairs. That's
Yeah,
true.
That's a problem.
Linda says, sell and go to Florida.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. Good
That's
to see
what I'm
you.
saying. Sell and go to
Tracy
Florida.
wants to know how you're feeling
We need
today.
a shirt. Sell and go to Florida. Or sell. Thank you, Tracy. Much better. We were just talking. You have to go back and watch her telling about all our hospital mishaps. But
Mm.
thank God, Jen, she figured. I call her Dr. Jen. Google Dr. Jen.
I'm still waiting for my honorary doctorate.
She overrode the doctor, which was thank God, because probably be in a bad situ.
Oh, thank you, Heather, for putting that up. I appreciate it. Heather was posting about the book.
Oh yeah, we got to show the new people.
Show Tracy.
I'm so proud of Jen. She's now a certifiable author of. She has actually 2 books. This is one.
And the other one is Disney World for
Cruising.
Cheapskates.
Cruising, or it's their Cheapskates. You know how they had the series on whatever for dummies?
For dummies.
This is the series for Cheapskates. So that's how they were. They just had us.
And as I said earlier, it's not a derogatory term, because some people hear that and they're like, oh, that's terrible. No, it's not. It's just basically like how to get it and not break the bank. You know, how do you go on a cruise and not break the bank, but still get to do the things that you want to do, but cut out the things that are not so important, because there's plenty of places that you can cut corners and not miss it. Still have an amazing, well-rounded cruise.
Little tricks and tips. Jen, I mean, she's Wikipedia of cruising. I'll call her Wikipedia Jen.
Well, I try.
And I'm telling you, she just to her validate how good she is about things.
Oh
I
no, Linda
wouldn't-
just spilled her cup on on her computer.
Oh yeah,
Take care of that, Linda.
bounty.
Right? The quicker picker upper.
But anyway, I would not get on a boat, and she convinced me. I remember our first when we took a shorter one, which was smart.
A 3-night.
We should do that too. Tell me.
Yeah, guys, if you have never been on a cruise but you kind of want to go but you're a little scared, dip one big toe in there and take a 3-night cruise, because 3-night cruises kind of just like let you know.
I gotta get a quick medical checkup.
I'm gonna put you guys over here for a second while Lisa's getting her vitals done real quick.
And I'm Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
I'm the tech.
Let me come over here.
Oops, I'm sorry. Alrighty.
Your turn tonight. I'm blank.
Take a quick water break, guys.
Okay. And there it is. Yeah, no, there's gotta be a blood pressure cup in here somewhere.
Were you able to get it cleaned up, Linda?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can put like, if there's a way you can put rice on it. I doubt it though, because it'll get stuck in your keyboard. If you have like a little vacuum maybe.
I tell you, you gotta play with it.
Linda, send me an email. I'll help you. You want to go through Amazon to write your book. It's actually Kindle. It's called KDP. I can help walk you through it. That is the truth, Tracy.
Okay, 97.7.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Her temperature is good.
Yeah.
Get you out of here, right?
Working my way out.
Oh, good, Linda.
So
Glad to
they
hear it.
hope to, have they given you like a release date or anything?
So they wanted 24 hours, and see, I checked the fever bowl and figured out it was an allergy to the antibiotic.
All right.
My face, I have a picture. It was like tomato red,
Oh
and
my goodness.
throat tight. My feet were all puffed up like sausages, and it was right after that the flagyl. So I talked to the doctor, and I'm like, no, I'm not taking it. And I felt so ill.
Oh my goodness. So they want to make sure that it's all out of your
The fever
system.
was like, it was like 101.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 24 hours after.
Sorry, guys. I'm moving you around a little bit.
Right.
Don't forget, in a couple minutes, we're going to sign off
Maybe more of those.
once Lisa gets back over here.
Good.
And don't forget, our friend Robbie from Get Swamped is going to be live in about 15 minutes. So be sure to go show him some love. We're going to be in the chat cheering him on.
Uh-huh.
So here comes Lisa. How did it go? Oh,
Oh, I did good.
Yeah?
No fever.
Watch
no
you don't trip on the
blood
book,
pee.
Phil.
Blood pee. Blood pressure. Good.
Blood pee?
Blood pee good.
You don't have no blood pee?
All my blood pee good.
There
But
she
this
is.
is exciting.
Oh, okay, there she goes again.
Sorry, I keep bragging on her.
Oh, there she goes.
Because I'm a reader and all that too, but I've never done a book. But actually, I encouraged her because I watched a video about
She did.
somebody that wrote, and I was like, Jen, you can do this. Look, the blah, 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 blah. And
I mean, you guys know my favorite thing in the world is traveling.
she took off
And
on it.
not only traveling for us, but also because I like to be able to share tips and tricks with you guys. You know, like what's the point of traveling if you can't help others? So, uh-oh.
That water gets
Oh my
me
gosh. Oh my gosh. All right.
every
You okay?
I choke on air, so.
Oh, my arm.
Well, now you hurt yourself.
Oh, Yolanda. She said,
Yolanda
how
said,
do I buy one?
Okay. that
So, it depends, Yolanda. Do you want one?
Excuse me.
Do you want us to sign one for you and send it to you? Or do you want us to, or do you want to just buy it from, Yolanda said hands up.
was-
Put your arms up. Put your armies up. There we go.
Okay.
She said,
Do you want to buy one? Or
okay, that's
ship
fine,
one?
Linda. Yeah, so here's the question. If you want us to sign one, I can send it to you, and then you could just like send us PayPal. And if you want to buy it through Amazon, you could just go right on the link. Heather, did you post the link from Amazon? It's in our
She did.
profile. So if you're not worried about the signature, then you can just get it right from
She can just type in cruising for cheapskates.
Yeah, you can just go on Amazon and type in.
If you guys want to try that, make sure if you have any questions.
And when you type it in, it's not with a dollar sign on the end. I just did that because I thought it was cute.
Let me try it. I think it'll come right up. Let's do a practice. We're learning. Sorry, guys.
We are learning. Oh, okay, yeah. So just send me an Instagram message, Linda, and once I get off of here, I'll check it. I'll send you a link. It's called KDP, Kindle Publishing. No, Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah. So I just typed in on Amazon.
Gotcha, Heather.
Cruising for cheapskates. There it is. The first one.
I hope there's no other cruising for cheapskates.
No, it's the first cruise book. They have other cruise facts. This one's on there. I'm not telling that one.
I did have you would like a signed copy, Aunt Yolanda? That's awesome. I will check and see if I have Cash App. I do have Zelle, so I do usually PayPal or Zelle. But if I don't have Cash App, I did used to have one, so I could probably just log back in. So yeah, we could do that if you want to, sure. So the price on Amazon is $14.99 for the printed copy, but it would be $20, like just even $20 because I have to do the shipping. So, but whatever you want to do is fine. We would love to sign that for you. Lisa was basically my co-author because she, encouraged me to write the book, and she knows a lot about cruising too. She's an expert.
Well,
right?
I've learned. But Jen does all the booking. She does all the discounts. She does the itinerary. She picks the room. There's a lot involved that way that I prefer not to do.
I love it. Like, I'm a little OCD when it comes to planning trips, so that's why I'm a great travel agent, although I've only ever booked our trips. Yeah, of course, Yolanda, we totally understand. And, by you guys buying the books, that really supports us in our transition to go down to Florida. So, yeah, hopefully, Tracy, we're really hoping that they release her either tomorrow or Sunday. I wouldn't be mad at them if they waited till Sunday because we just want to make... No.
Well, they said 24 hours after with no fever.
Which would be actually now.
Like, it's been 24.
But the doctor doesn't come in until the morning, so I don't know. I think they want to make sure that she's going to the bathroom okay, and
they were waiting for blood tests, and they looked okay to me.
Did they get everything back yet?
Yeah, it looked like.
Oh, okay.
On the app, I checked it.
They did like a urine test yesterday.
Yeah,
everything was good with that.
Clear that one.
They've been taking care of her, or keeping track of her intake and output, like everything she eats, everything she goes to the bathroom.
And when I get home, I take a heavy antibiotic pill or two.
I need to pick that up tomorrow if they're
So
going to be
sending
you home.
Right
so
away. That's what's going to make or break me is that the antibiotic, like to keep any future infection away. So we're crossing our fingers.
And I think we're gonna do like a whole video journey of everything that she's dealing with all this. She's supposed to start taking the chemo in a week. So I think we'll start, we need to make a video of that, the first pill that she takes, all that. We want you guys to be here with us for the ride. It just feels so good to have so much support from you guys, and trust me, like when people are praying for you, especially like a lot of people, like you can feel that. Like God is amazing. And here's the other thing that's crazy. I know you guys probably remember I was having so much trouble like walking, standing, walking, all of it. I was having so much pain in my back and my legs, and it's so much better now. Like, it's amazing. Truly, truly a blessing. So I said, it's kind of funny how God works. The fact that he would make me better so I can help you through this.
I know, right?
It just makes me feel like it's going to be fine.
I don't know why you get through it, but we do.
I don't know. Wow, feel how hot my arm is there. It's so inflamed.
What's that?
Right here.
Oh, this is where you get your shot.
Yeah.
Pray for Jen's arm. This thing has been a nightmare.
There's like so much I want to do around the house, but I can't do it. My arm just hurts too much.
She got a cortisone shot, which helped, but then it seemed like it wore off.
Well, I had an allergy to it. It was terrible. Did anybody else have a bad reaction to a cortisone shot? It's kind of weird, but that's what happened. It sucked. So I think we're going to get ready to sign off here in a few minutes, guys, because Robbie's going to be going live, and we don't want to step on Robbie. We want you guys to go over there and join him and say hey to us in the chat. That would be awesome. But let's go see what he's got going on in a couple minutes here. He's going to be going live right around 8 o'clock. So If there's any other questions that you guys have, oh, Linda says praying across the ocean just for just to you both. Oh, thank you, Kayla. We love you guys so much. We really, truly do. And we want to start going live more frequently, but our schedule has been so crazy lately. And now, of course, you know, once Lisa's feeling better, we have to go back to work because that's really our only income, right? I mean, we make a little bit off of YouTube. Not enough to pay the bills for sure, though.
That's our goal.
Yeah, that's the goal. We want to be able to pay all of our bills, and it'll be easier once we only have one house, of course. You know, I feel like we'll get there, especially if we start doing. Oh.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to take a low dose to start, and one that's a little more, but not like this first one the doctor was going to put me on.
Yeah, tell them about that. That's crazy.
Oh my God, it's like, don't. Okay, so it's a pill.
Listen to this.
And on the, I was reading about it. I don't have it because I was like, I don't know. Let me check about it. Literally, you can't touch it with your fingers. It says wear gloves. This is the pill because it can irritate whatever the skin. And then it said if you have like other people in the house, use a separate bathroom.
What?
Make sure
Right?
your pet doesn't drink out of the toilet. I think even after you flush it, like it's
Horrible.
like so toxic. This is stuff. It was weird because I had just seen a documentary, and they literally in the hospitals use robots to package those chemo drugs before they bag it, and then they send it up to the patient room or whatever. But they're using robots, number one, because it's so dangerous for the pharmacist to handle it.
Right?
And I mean, it's faster, but I'm like, okay, that's good. And then I was reading about this. I'm like, oh my God, that's what's going on. Like, why would you put it in your mouth if you can't even touch it with your finger?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, she had seen about this, and she's like, I'm not taking that med. And I was like, okay, well, why don't you see about the methotrexate? Because that one is a little bit more benign. Like,
It's
that's
been
not.
around a long
It's been
time.
around a long time. She's actually taken it in the past for arthritis, but it was a little bit different. She was taking it, I think, once a week, and it was an injection.
mm-hmm.
And this one's going to be pills. So I don't know. It's a very low dose, though, right?
Yeah.
And tell them what happened when you had this conversation with your oncologist. By the way, she's fired.
Fired. She's like, well, there's been a lot of that negativity, I'll put it that way, on her end. And when I talk with, it's good, you can do those telecalls, telehealth. But, however, it's a Zoom, so you have to have the video one just to see you. And she, all I can see is her sitting here like stone-faced typing on her computer. And like not even looking at me, just looking at her computer. And then when I'd say something, she just like, very negative, like.
Well, Lisa was like, you know, can you prescribe the methotrexate instead of the other one? It starts with a C. I can't remember what it was called. And she said, why?
Why? Yeah.
And Lisa's like, because I'm not going to take it.
Like I read about it and I don't want to take it. That's basically
If your patient tells you they're not going to take something, then you shouldn't be like,
well,
why?
and I did offer an alternative. I was like, how about, because initially she did recommend
She did.
methotrexate. And then I was like, I don't know. I took it years ago. I don't know if it just, I don't know what the problem was. But then I think it was because they wanted to upgrade me to another thing as well, another emerald. Anyway, so all of a sudden she goes to this extreme one. And then she don't want to turn back and be like, I was like, well, I don't know what the problem was, but it sounds like methotrexate's more benign with side effects. Why?
Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you.
Finally got that through her head, but I'm like, we're not dealing with her. And she's going on maternity leave.
Oh, look what Cynthia said.
We're not going there.
Yeah, I told Lisa, I said, you know what? She's done. We're done with her. We have a
Thank you, Cynthia.
treatment plan, and you know that's basically all we needed because Lisa's the oncologist she has here where we are. He just wasn't really sure what, like, the diagnosis first
Like
of all,
what to treat.
and how to treat it. So I was like, well, now we have a treatment plan.
Well,
you have
they
your
didn't know
diagnosis.
100% what was wrong.
Right.
Because they had tried some other things and it didn't work.
Right.
So that we went to, you know. Hello.
Hello there.
We're,
Hi, ladies.
we're doing a YouTube. I'll come over there. What do you need from me?
Well, I'm your nurse, Stella. I'm just coming in to listen to your heart, lungs, and
Oh,
all that
okay.
good stuff.
I'll sign off. Just say bye to everybody real
Bye,
quick.
guys. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you later.
All right, guys, so go on over and check out our friend Robbie from Get Swamped. We're going to go pop into the chat, and we'll see you guys there. Love you guys so much. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the love, and we'll keep you posted about what's going on. Bye, guys.